Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Koki of the Seahawks Recap Show, and welcome back to another Seahawks off-season video. And it is almost time. We got a couple more weeks before the 2024-2025 NFL season kicks off for the preseason. And we've got to talk about some Seahawks news. This happened before the first day of training camp yesterday, and I thought I would give my thoughts on this big player getting re signed with the Seahawks. I'm actually very excited about this deal. So, without any further ado, let's welcome back Julian Love as he stays with the Seahawks. And yeah, I'm going to give my thoughts on the deal. I'm going to give my thoughts and I'm going to discuss the new deal with you guys. But before we get into that, if you like this video, please consider giving it a like. It helps me know if I'm doing a good job with these videos or not. And if you'd like to see any more Seahawks content or just NFL content in general from this channel, please consider subscribing. There will be a lot more videos coming out as soon as the NFL season for 2024-2025 gets underway. But without any further ado, let's discuss the new deal. According to Ian Rappaport, Julian Love has signed a 3-year contract extension worth up to $36 million. I couldn't find the exact dollar amount per year. But, for next 3 years, I like Julian Love this season. It's a good amount of money for a starting strong safety, which I believe he will be. So I'm not too fussed about the deal. And Julian Love, remember, still has 1 year remaining on his original deal with the Seahawks. His cap hit will be $8 million for this season. Remember, last offseason, he signed a 2-year deal worth $14 million. So his new contract actually doesn't start until the 2025-2026 season, and it runs through to 2028. He'll be 30 by the time this deal ends, and then they can reevaluate and see if Julian Love gets another contract. I think they nailed this. Good term for long financial security, then they can reevaluate when the time comes, and good money for a starting strong safety that you'll need for the future of this Seahawks team. But let's get into my deeper thoughts on the contract extension. When I heard the news yesterday that Julian Love was signing a contract extension, I was quite surprised that the Seahawks decided to give Love his contract extension right before training camp. It was 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by the time I heard the news. However, as someone who really liked Julian Love last season, I'm so glad I get to watch him for the next 3 seasons after this one. I was reading the reactions from a lot of Seahawks fans about this deal, and the overreaction I got was people were happy with the contract extension from a fan perspective. So I think we're pretty good there. People genuinely really like Julian Love. They like what they saw from him. And, it was generally a lot more positive than I thought the internet could ever be, from Instagram to Twitter. I know there's always going to be people that are going to be negative, but it's always nice to see, Seahawks fans and just fans come together and say, yeah, that's a pretty good contract. I like that. Julian Love this season really impressed me with the amount of effort he put into making good tackles. When he messed up, he put in the effort to try and make up for his mistakes, and he put in the work in a Pete Carroll style defense that really worked for him. He put up 123 tackles. He had 10 pass breakups and 4 interceptions this season. And one thing that I had an issue with this season with the Seahawks was the defensive secondary for the Seahawks this season had some abysmal tackling. And although Julian Love was part of the abysmal tackling, at least he made an effort on the back end to try and make up for his mistakes. One time that I can vividly remember, I believe it was American Thanksgiving. It was week 11, I believe, against the 49ers. And Julian Love just gets burned by Brandon Ayuk because Brandon Ayuk is a great player and a freak of nature. But instead of letting Brandon Ayuk run and get a touchdown potentially, Julian Love's like, okay, I made a mistake. I got burned. I got to chase my guy down. And he chased Brandon Ayuk down the field and just swatted at the ball, got the ball loose, and caused a fumble. And even though the Seahawks lost that game ultimately, I was in my video making a reaction to that week 11 loss. And I was saying, you know what? It was a loss. It really sucks, but that's the kind of effort that the Seahawks are looking for out of their secondary. And with now Julian Love being inked to a 3-year contract extension, I think he'll continue to be that for the Seahawks going forward. And I would assume because of that contract extension being so early before the season even starts, that Mike Macdonald has a plan for Julian Love, as he's going to probably be the starting strong safety for the team. I can't wait to see how Mike Macdonald utilizes Julian Love's talents because honestly, he had a really good season this season, and I hope for the next 3 years he'll continue to shine in a Seahawks uniform. I really like him as a player, and Giants fans, you were right. As someone who was very skeptical coming into the season about Julian Love, I thought he was going to be a backup. I didn't expect him to take over Jamal Adams' job and completely, you know, be at least half decent and be one of the main bright spots on that defense. It was really nice to see. But that is it for this one. That's my thoughts on the Julian Love contract extension. I would like to know your thoughts on the Julian Love contract extension in the comments section down below. Are you happy with this contract extension? Are you not? I'd like to know your thoughts. But, anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks, go, and take care.